I think this is what I'm trying to peddle right now, as DeFi should be more than crypto assets.
Welcome to Soul Brothers podcast, the finest podcast on Solana, where it's our job to throw you into the Solana rabbit hole, show you around in our exciting ecosystem, and talk to some exciting founders from in and around Solana. Today we have Anas with us. Welcome to the pod.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Pretty excited.
You are in a very unique spot here right now with us because we're not recording in a Zoom call. We are literally in person. I can touch the man. He's real. And we're at Breakpoint.
Yes, the biggest breakpoint.
The biggest. How many breakpoints did you do, Anas?
I think it's my third breakpoint now.
That's pretty good.
And so far, breakpoints are always correlated with big launches of Flash. At the first breakpoint that I attended, we literally launched Flash, announced Flash.
Really? There was a launch?
Yes.
Where was that? Which city was it?
It was Amsterdam.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in just few months, we had the public launch as well.
Who else was around back then in the Perp DEX environment on Solana when you launched? Who do you remember?
I think we and Jupiter launched together.
Really?
At that same breakpoint.
The Perps?
Yes.
Jupiter was around already before as a swap?
Yeah, it just had an aggregator.
Yep. And then they added Perps to it.
Yes. And we basically worked alongside at the beginning because that was right after the FTX crash. The on-chain volumes were literally dead. And there was 74 devs, if you remember, 72 devs back then.
Yep. That's insane, right? So actually, to put that in perspective, I think a lot of people don't really know, but you basically launched right after the crash?
Yes, we started working on it.
Yeah.
We started, after the crash, everything was rinsed. And even when with our previous product, everything was like kind of paused.
Yeah.
We started thinking what needs to be built to bring more on-chain volume, and we need basically open finance, which is fully permissionless.
Yeah.
Not like what we have with FTX or Binance's, where these are like black boxes where you trust the law and the regulatory authorities to basically govern them. But with on-chain products, you don't need to trust anything. You just trust the code and check the code. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to build and where we are right now.
So for people who are wondering what is happening, who are we talking to, real quick, Anas is the co-founder of Flash.Trade, a perpetual exchange DEX on Solana, and arguably one of the faster ones we have on Solana, if not the fastest one, especially because we're getting faster and faster these days. And Flash.Trade also has a very unique setup with their token FAF that has quite a good utility with revenue shares and staking utilities inside of the product. And I think another unique factor about Flash is definitely the variety of assets you can trade. Not only currencies, not only commodities, not only cryptos like memes and kind of the blue chips, also stocks.
Yes. I think this is what I'm trying to peddle right now, as DeFi should be more than crypto assets.
Yeah.
We need to serve every sector that moves.
Yeah.
And that is the reason Flash is the only exchange on Solana that offers today Forex, metals, commodities, equities. And we are looking to expand much more and basically add anything that moves. And especially with the V2 upgrade that is being worked on right now, we would be able to easily serve more than 200 plus assets.
Yeah.
And these assets would be more outside of crypto.
200.
Yes.
So basically anything that trades on Solana?
No. Anything that trades in the world.
Damn. Where does the liquidity come from for this?
Yes. So basically,
I'm getting right into the middle of it. But
yes. So the model is pool to peer, where we have different pools where people with money are basically depositing and getting a very great yield on that.
Yeah.
So for instance, the first pool that we have, FLP1, our flagship pool, it has actually outperformed Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum in its yield. So on a year-to-date basis, right now Bitcoin is down 2%, Solana is down by 25%, but FLP is up by 22%. And this token is an index that actually is it's a basket of Sol, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So when you are in any industry, you have to basically, as a trader or as an investor, you need to outperform the base markets. And with this index, you are able to outperform the base assets.
And not only because you get the exposure to the assets, but especially because you get the APY on top.
Yeah.
Where does the APY come from?
Perps, man.
Yeah.
Perps trading, and we have so far we have served more than $18 billion in volume and generated more than $12 million in fees for our LPs.
Wow. Lifetime, $12 million in fees. And that is spread across various pools.
And that's just in 22 months since we are...
Okay, yeah, fair, yeah. That's not a long time, actually, if you think about it.
But in crypto, it's kind of long.
It's a lot of crypto years, but not so many years.
Yeah.
Right now you have 8 pools.
Yes, 8
I
pools.
think by
I think
now
it's 9. Ninth
9.
one just came in. Remora pool, the stocks.
The stocks pool.
Yes.
Okay, so now you can actually provide liquidity to trade stocks on chain, on leverage, on Flash.Trade. Do you have an APY already for that? Is it 7 days or it's still in
I
the
think
making?
the APY is still there. It's somewhere around 10%.
It takes a while to.
But it's up by 10%. The pool is already up by 10%.
Yeah. How difficult was it to integrate Remora stocks?
I think this is something that we've been having discussions on our daily calls that we have on Monday, Flash Hour.
Yeah.
We've been working on it for the past 2 months. And the thing was, it's more about bringing more assets on chain.
Yeah.
So Remora, if you know, they've only been launched since it's only been 2 months. So just had to figure out the intricacies of how the token worked and how the asset minting and burning system worked and the regulatory side of things. And once that was clear, we just went out and listed.
What is going to change for the pool-to-peer system in V2?
Yes. So the most interesting thing is like before we had to have the asset on chain in order to list it.
Yeah.
But with the pool-to-peer, with the V2 mechanism that we are launching, we don't need that asset to be on-chain. With the new flexible lock utilization mechanism, we would be able to list any pair with a specific correlation system. So remember like last time Hype launched and a lot of people wanted to trade Hype Perps.
Yeah.
But Hype was not available on Solana blockchain.
Yeah.
But with the new mechanism, we will be able to list any asset that is out of, even like not, it doesn't even need to be in any chain. And the next important thing is funding mechanism. Right now we had borrow fees, which was kind of high.
Yeah.
Now we'll be having funding mechanism, which is settled peer-to-peer. So people would be able to take the opposite side and earn some yield over it, which will basically contribute to more open interest on Flash.
And I think with the next, like with the V2 as well, like there's going to be a lot of interesting pairs we will see, like to trade. What do you think are the first kind of next?
I think it's more about listing all the important ones, such as
volume.
XRP, Cardano, Doge, anything that you want to trade.
Like Hyperliquid is doing.
Exactly, Hyperliquid as well. And the next thing is also expand on the real world assets as well. As I said, that is what I'm trying to peddle. That DeFi needs to serve more than just crypto. It is.
For sure.
It should be powerful enough to trade anything. And if you see the recent upgrade on the Solana website, that's what they are also preaching. That Solana is for every market.
It is.
So that's what we are trying to do with
It's
Flash.
the global layer for value transfer.
Yes.
Where we can settle value on, right?
Yes.
And you guys are really hard trying to figure out how to do it still with the decentralization and security of Solana.
Yes.
But also fast.
Yes. Fast
and efficient.
And cheap.
Fast and cheap.
And that is an interesting thing that we are the only exchange that is like in Solana, we are fully self-funded and bootstrapped exchange.
Yeah.
So very interesting competitive spirits overall.
Yeah. What would you say is the most challenging thing right now in Flash.Trade that you are personally as a founder as well, Anas? Like what keeps you up at night? What is the biggest challenge you're facing right now that you always think about for the next stage?
About getting more traders on chain. Because many people are it's all about the onboarding experience. So once people are onboarded through Binance or Bybit, they kind of get stuck around it, but they don't come out of it. So the idea of making them move from there and showing them that there is more value to their trading if they come on chain, because right now the way we are serving, it's very much like the fees is almost exactly same. Actually, it's below what Binance's fees structure is. Okay. Binance is serving at like 5 to 6 bips.
Okay.
We are like at least 20% lower than that.
Yeah.
And it's more flexible and you own the assets.
Okay.
With Binance, you don't actually own the assets.
Yeah.
You just trust the regulatory authorities to govern them.
Trust is a good thing here. That is one question I want to ask as well when it comes to onboarding new users to your exchange, because Flash.Trade is super interesting from a concept. Like it's fast, it has assets, the rev share with the token makes a lot of sense. So I think there's a huge potential to get users. But here's the thing: when I talk to people that are trading on sexes, especially whales and big traders, they're like, "Well, I just don't trade on DEX because I don't trust them." Which is stupid because we're trying to do it. It's the opposite, right? We're trying to get people on DEXs because you only have to trust the code.
That's true.
But there has been like too many, I think, maybe exploits and hacks in the past that people are a bit afraid to trust the code. How the fuck do we solve this and how do we address this problem?
I think the exploits, if you check the number of exploits that have been happening, that have come down significantly.
Yeah, they have.
So if you check 2022 or 2023, the number of exploits were kind of high.
Yeah.
Now they are like single digit exploits.
Yeah.
But it's all about making sure you can read the docs. You can check the audit reports that have been published by the team, and even we basically publish monthly reports where we show every detail that is happening at Flash.
Okay.
I know the trust is something that everyone needs to solve for, but overall, if we were to see at the base level, centralized exchanges are much more black box than the on-chain counterparts, because at least on on-chain counterparts you can verify everything on-chain by just checking their programs.
Yeah.
But here you are just waiting for the reports to be published. But here you can check any second, any time of the day what's happening on the exchange if you want.
Yeah.
So I think we are in that direction, because if you see the ratio of SEX to DEX trading, that has been coming up very close now. We are almost at 25% of SEX ratios.
Have you seen the announcement of what's it called? Eclipse Labs today with Phoenix?
Yes.
What do we think about that one?
I think it's good. A lot of people are coming in to serve the Perps market, because the market is very huge, to be honest. If you see the global futures markets, they serve at least more than $6 to $7 trillion in volume.
Yeah.
Every day I'm talking about.
Every day.
Every day.
It's more than $6 trillion.
Yes. And now if we step back and look at the blockchain, we are serving something around $120 billion.
Yeah.
So that's not even 5%.
All blockchain, right?
All blockchain.
Not just Solana.
I'm checking everywhere.
Like Hyper.
So that's not even 2%.
Yeah, yeah.
So the market is huge, and it's good if people come in more, because it gives you a much better perspective when you are competing, and it gives you more clarity, because if someone comes and builds, you can always study from your competitors. It's not that you die as soon as someone comes in, because when you are on the field and someone who's coming on the field, there is a difference. When you are on the field constantly improving, you can always take the good bids from someone who's launching or someone who's just coming live.
Sure. Competition is good for the market. It might be a bit scary.
It's the best thing for users.
Exactly. For you as a founder, it adds to your pressure, right? Like it definitely doesn't decrease your stress level.
Yes.
You guys got to ship. Like, do you ever?
One thing that I want to say is there will never be one winner in any field. Because of the geographical distribution around the world, you'll always have multiple players in the same sector.
Fair.
All you have to do is maintain your position and keep striking for the number one rank.
Yeah.
That's how Binance and Bybit got where they are.
Yeah.
And that's how every exchange will get to it.
Right.
And it's all about keeping that position after that.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder if you need to be much more aggressive with Flash.Trade when it comes to growing and scaling, because you guys are bootstrapped?
Yes.
It does limit you a little bit in terms of, it is great that you are bootstrapped, but you are competing now against huge companies.
Yeah, this is something that I've been discussing with some people as of now, since I've come to Breakpoint, that, venture funds need to invest into liquid tokens as well, the tokens that are already live. Yeah. So I will be talking with some interesting folks about them basically buying our token on the market.
Yeah.
Because, when you are investing in any of the, protocols which are pre-market, like they haven't launched, it's not clear. But if there is a company that is already live and it's making money, it makes sense for VCs to get invested into it and get aligned. So that is something that we need to let people know, that you 100%. Can always invest in a token.
And we're going to see more liquid funds.
Yes.
There was another big announcement today at Breakpoint with the new sweep fund from Galaxy. It's a liquid fund.
Oh, wow.
They're going to mint, I think, 200 million PYUSD on Solana for liquid investments.
Nice.
And that includes launches like fucking MetaDAO and so on, but also liquid investments in companies.
Great to hear that.
I think we're seeing actual institutional investors, not just like your little garage VC, like actual institutional investors coming in on-chain, buying tokens on-chain. That is one thing. And the other thing that launched today as well, Coinbase's DEX. Have you seen that one?
I just saw the post about it. I haven't seen that.
So that's another, like literally right now, guys, today launched. So there's sort of attention that's coming on-chain.
Yes.
Good for Flash, bottom line, I think.
Yes.
Because the more liquidity we get on Solana, or native on the layer, the more we can suck up into the Perp DEX as well. Cool. Anas, I think at Breakpoint, is there anything that you guys are pushing aggressively when it comes to Flash.Trade? Anything that when you walk around, when you talk to people?
I think, that's what I'm aggressively pushing, is like DeFi needs to be more than crypto assets. Cool. And at Flash, we are pushing the boundaries, and the only platform that is basically expanding and listing real world assets. And that is the idea. And I'll be having my talk tomorrow, 4:45 p.m. We're going to be launching a new product.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so guys, if you're on the live stream, then make sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon as well in Dubai time. I think Solana is live streaming as well, so you can catch Anas if you are not here. If you're here, obviously look also for Anas on the stage.
Main stage.
And main stage, on the main stage, which is really good. And if you want to learn more about Flash.Trade or even use the product, then you can go over to flash.soulbrotherspod.com and you can start trading right away. So thank you guys for tuning in and for listening to Anas talking about Flash.Trade. We'll see you at the next one. Anas, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.